Hey guys, Randy here at etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Inno Roof Rack platform. This is going to be an excellent way to free up a lot of space inside of your vehicle by getting luggage, coolers, other things you might be taking on your trip outside of your vehicle. It's going to give you more room for passengers, pets, and things like that to take along with you on your trip. Now, roof deck platforms are becoming very, very popular. You've probably seen them, or maybe seen them on some overlanding type rigs where they have jerry can holders and spare tires and off-road ramps and stuff like that. Well, this one isn't exactly in that line. This one, in my mind, is a lot more like a rooftop cargo basket. It's just a lot nicer. They will have accessories that you will be able to attach to it to kind of lend itself a little bit more towards that overlanding. But I think this one's going to be better suited for vacation or traveling or even transporting things locally around town. Now, the thing I like about platforms like this over like your standard cargo basket is that they offer a lot more versatility. This one will allow you, since it doesn't have kind of the raised rails on the front and the back, to get longer loads secured on it if you want. And I also think it gives us more surface area. I'm a bigger fan of the way the platforms like this look too, as compared to the basket. That, my mind, just has kind of an older, outdated kind of look, the way it's got kind of the tubes and the rails that come up and around it. Whereas this adds a little bit of style to the vehicle as well as a lot of functionality. Something else I like about this particular platform are the way they've set up the channels to mount accessories too. All the way around the outside, both sides and the front and the back, they're on a 45-degree angle here, so our accessory would kind of stick out this direction. Then on each side of the rails that run front to back, you can see there's also plenty of room where you can attach as many accessories as you might need to get everything secure. Now, a common question I get from customers when it comes to roof rack systems and platforms like that are kind of the wind noise that's associated with it. And I think they've done a really good job in design with this one. Some of the feedback I've gotten from customers and just in my own experience, it doesn't really generate a lot of noise. Now, if you're used to a completely bare roof, and if you've never had a roof rack system on your car before, you're going to notice a little bit of a noise. But if you've had, like, let's say you've already got a roof rack system on there and you're adding this, it's really not going to make a very big difference. Overall, guys, I'm really impressed with the quality of construction that's gone into this. It's very solid and very, very durable, but it's really lightweight. So I think that's going to help a lot with getting it on and off of vehicles. We've got mainly aluminum construction all the way around. Any of your attachment points for sure, full aluminum. And then at our corners, it's a polymer material, good, dense, solid polymer material. And the assembly of it's really quite straightforward. The Pioneer platform that we've dealt with and the Yakima that we dealt with, they seem to be a lot more difficult in the assembly process than what you're going to get out of this one. So it installs on and off the vehicle really easily, and it's easy to put together. So I think those are two huge bonuses for this one. All right, now the platform itself has a 165-pound weight capacity, which is right in line with most of your cargo baskets and platforms. The Yakima does go a little bit higher than that in their roof systems. Some of those will go up to about 220 or 225. So if you need a higher capacity than 165, that might be a good option. But this is designed to work up to 165 pounds, like we said. You do need to check your crossbar weight limit and the roof weight limit of your vehicle and not exceed that. So whatever the lowest limit is, that's what you want to stick with. But it is going to work with most of your factory roof rack systems, except for maybe like the Hummer, the Xterra. They have kind of bigger crossbars, and this isn't going to work there. But any of the arrow, the elliptical, the square, the round bars, you really shouldn't have any issue at all in getting them installed with these memory clamps. Another important question that we get from customers quite a bit about platforms, or any roof accessory for that matter, is how much it's going to add above the crossbars. So if your crossbars are really close and getting in and out of your garage or something like that, this would be pretty important. You want to keep in mind from the top of your crossbar to the top of the platform, you're going to be adding about 3 inches. So you certainly want to make sure you have that kind of clearance before pulling in and out of anywhere. Now, we talked briefly about the aluminum construction, but it also has a really nice matte finish, scratch-resistant coating over the top of that, so it's just not exposed aluminum. I think this is going to hold up really, really well and be very durable. I don't think you're going to have to worry much about scratching or abrasions on this. It feels very good compared to a lot of the other ones that we've handled. Another good thing to keep in mind is, depending on the size of your vehicle, we do have these available in 2 different sizes. The larger size that we've got here, from outside to outside both directions, is going to be 55 inches. Then the usable portion we have inside, from the front to the back, side to the side, is going to be 50 3/4 of an inch. This is really well suited, I think, for trucks, mid-size or larger SUVs, larger cars, or even smaller cars for that matter. It can just get where it looks a little bit too big. If that's the case, we do have the smaller option available. This one's going to be 39.5 inches wide, 43.25 of an inch long. The usable portion inside of that is going to be 35 by 39. And then from basically the base of the platform to the top edge here, we've got about an inch tall lip. This gives us a little bit of a containment zone all the way around. Now, the installation process is something that a lot of customers enjoy about this rack. The basic clamp that they use is what they call a memory clamp. So we're going to open it up, that expands the jaws. Then as we rotate that down, it's going to help it to come down and grab a hold. We've got our adjustment right here that we do to make sure we have the proper tension on the clamp. And once that's set for your crossbar, you'll never have to adjust that again. I think that's a big benefit with this rack that we don't always see, or this platform rather, that we don't always see with a lot of the other ones. A lot of those can be very hard to put on and take back off. Either you've got like U-bolts with little nylon nuts you got to put on there. There's just different challenges with them. This one would be one that would be very easy to take on and off your vehicle when you wanted to use it, so you didn't have to really decide whether it was worth the time to take it off. When working with other customers with it, it gets a lot of positive feedback. The way your items are secured down on such a nice stable base is a really good thing. The way it goes on and off very quickly, so there's not a lot of you don't need any tools for that matter, but you don't have a bunch of parts laying around that you have to keep together. Nice sturdy connection point down to the roof rack, and it's easy use. I think it's something that if you're looking for this type of a rack to get items where you need them, I think you'll be very satisfied with it.